Welcome back. As the summer months come to a close and we all settle back into our normal routines, part of that can be a financial wellness check. Sometimes there's a good outcome, and sometimes there's the sobering reality that maybe our summer spending got away from us a little bit. So with that in mind, today we have Chris Briscoe, Gerard's Director of Financial Planning, to review how we might get things back in order if they fell out of line. Chris, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, Chris, goes without saying, right? Trips to the beach, paying for kids or grandkids, sports, entertainment, whatever it might be. The summer months tend to be some of our highest spending months. And as we settle back in for the rest of the year, maybe folks are looking for a few tips on what should I be considering and how should I be maybe digging myself out of the hole that we've dug.
Right. And this summer, I think more than any in recent memory, I like to call it revenge spending, right? It's been 2.5 years since COVID. Last year people got out, but this year it's even more so. It is, listen, we've wasted 2 years of our lives. We didn't take those trips. We didn't spend the extra money at that vacation place we wanted to go to. We haven't seen family members. We haven't been to that concert in a couple of years. So we want to get out. We want to live our lives. We want to just move on and just enjoy ourselves.
And Chris, double those summer spending concerns with everyone's favorite topic of the day, inflation being at a 40-year high. How do inflationary concerns impact a financial wellness check?
Well, we knew there was inflation before we went into the summer, and people may have put money down for a trip that they were going to take, and either way, they said, we're going to fight through this. We'll worry about the cost later. We want to go out and we're going to have fun. The problem is September comes along, kids go to school, you go back to work, and within a couple weeks, you get that credit card bill or that bank statement and say, oh man, we spent a lot more, and you kind of get overtaken with a little bit of regret. It's a good thing, right? It's good that you got out there, you created some great memories with your family and friends, but now it's time to really take a look in the cooler months, take a look at your expenses, rein some things in, tighten your belt a little bit, because before you know it, in 3 months, it's holiday season, the next round of spending comes along.
Practically speaking, how do you recommend that folks address any outstanding credit card debt that's maybe in excess than normal?
So you mentioned it with inflation at 40-year highs, and to fight that, the Fed's raising rates. When they raise rates, chances are the interest rates on your credit cards are also going up. So not only are you possibly putting larger than normal expenses on your credit card, but now the rates are going up. So it's costing you more to borrow. Simple strategy, say you have 4 credit cards, pick the one with the highest interest rate, pay that down first, pay the minimums of the other 3, and work your way down.
I already hear the alarm bells going off in my head of, Brian, that sounds well and good. How are we going to pay for it? Are we really going to sell investments in a period of market volatility?
Before you get to the investments, I think if you put together a budget, take that snapshot of your finances with a high resolution camera and say, this is what's coming in, this is what's going out. I'm sure you can cut corners that way first and foremost, right? For example, in the past 2 years, anytime any one of us in our family wanted to watch a show, if it was on a certain subscription channel, just get it, right? We had a lot of shows to watch, but it's been 2 years. We've seen every show there is. Can you look at it and say, we can save $10 a month here? How many times a week did you go out to eat, right? Maybe you should start thinking about cooking at home, saving a couple dollars. The plan is a little bit here, a little bit there, save enough to start putting money away, start paying down those credit card bills. Because, for example, if you can get $50 a month, doesn't seem like a lot, but that's $600 a year, and that can make a dent in the credit card balance.
And it's probably inappropriate if we don't address the elephant in the room, which is everyone's other favorite topic. Oh, is there a recession coming, or at least a market slowdown, and how will that impact our financial wellness?
Yeah, that's a question we get a lot, right? I get it in just conversations with family and friends, and as well as clients of, are we in a recession? Are we headed towards one? What's happening? The technical definition or the book definition of a recession is 2 consecutive quarters of negative real GDP. We had that in the first and second quarter of this year. Does it feel like a recession yet? I don't know. Some people might think that, others don't. Regardless, why don't we prepare? Why don't we prepare that a slowdown of some sort is coming along? At the very least, let's get our expenses under control.
What if we fast forward? We've taken a look at all of our personal expenses, we've reined it in a bit, and we're seeing those credit card balances diminish. What proactive steps can we take, knowing the holiday seasons are coming, knowing that there is market volatility out there? What steps do you recommend that the average American take to set themselves up for success as we close the year?
If you've taken care of some of your credit card balances, or maybe you've been lucky enough to have some extra income, some extra cash or savings, and you want to build up for what's to come in the next 3 months, say holiday spending, keep putting that money away. The money you were putting towards the credit card, keep saving it. Maybe make a separate Christmas spending account or holiday spending account. Maybe you look at the cash and say, I took a little bit from my emergency fund, so I want to replenish that, which you absolutely should. Hopefully people this summer didn't tap into the emergency savings. That's meant for one-off expenses, right? If there is some sort of a slowdown where maybe you or your partner loses their job, maybe the car breaks down, you want to have a good cash balance. I'd say 3 to 6 months, that's a good rule of thumb. Some people might want a little bit more. Some people might feel comfortable with a little less. But that's how I would earmark that cash. Don't look at that extra $100 or $50 and say, oh, great, let's go out to eat. Save for that. Save for the expenses that are coming down the pipeline.
Excellent. Chris, thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. And to you, the viewer, thanks for staying engaged. If things got a little out of the ordinary this summer, or you're feeling a little uneasy with market conditions and how it might impact your portfolio, reach out. Please visit our website, meetgerard.com. While there, you'll find contact information for Chris, for myself, and the rest of our team. We look forward to guiding you through those conversations soon.